But Valerian focused on the Eastern Front, where the Sassanid Persians were being particularly annoying. Their king, Shapur I, was flexing hard and raiding Roman territory. In 260 AD, Valerian said, "Enough of this," and marched out to handle it personally. Unfortunately, Shapur handled him. Valerian was captured alive, the only Roman emperor to ever suffer that fate. Total career low point. Rome was used to emperors dying in battle, getting assassinated, or even choking on a grape. Welcome back to Coin Story, the only podcast where dead emperors still have change to make. I'm your numismatic host, Pete, your guide through time, tarnish, and tribulations. Today's guest, a man who ruled an empire, shared power with his son, and ended his career as a royal footstool. That's right, it's Emperor Valerian, the human doormat of the 3rd century. I'm holding a silver denarius, minted somewhere between 253 and 260 AD, during a period I like to call Rome's hot mess phase. Let's look at the obverse. Here's Valerian looking super serious, like he just realized someone ate the last olive in the Senate snack bowl. He's crowned with a radiant crown, which means he's either divine, solar powered, or just really into spikes. Around the edge, we see the legend. Translation is Imperator Caesar Publius Licinius Valerius Augustus. Modern translation, I'm the boss. I have 3 names. Respect my authority. Now let's flip it to the reverse, the backside where Rome puts its propaganda. This one says, faith to the soldiers. We see personified Fidesz holding 2 military standards like she's just back from a Roman Home Depot. She's basically saying, don't worry, the troops are totally loyal. Everything is fine. Really. Oh, that aged poorly. So, who was Valerian? He was a senator, a military man, and in 253 AD, during a period when Roman emperors had a shelf life shorter than a loaf of Roman bread, his troops declared him emperor because nothing says stable government like congrats, you're now in charge. Good luck, buddy. He immediately made his son Gallienus co-emperor. That way, Rome got 2 emperors for the price of one, and nepotism got another win. Now, the 250s AD were not great. The empire was dealing with a plague, possibly smallpox, constant invasions from the Franks, Goths, and more rebel emperors than a Star Wars spinoff. But Valerian focused on the Eastern Front, where the Sassanid Persians were being particularly annoying. Their king, Shapur I, was flexing hard and raiding Roman territory. In 260 AD, Valerian said, "Enough of this," and marched out to handle it personally. Unfortunately, Shapur handled him. Valerian was captured alive, the only Roman emperor to ever suffer that fate. Total career low point. Rome was used to emperors dying in battle, getting assassinated, or even choking on a grape. But this was next level embarrassment. Now, here's where it gets horrifying and hilarious. Ancient sources, probably written with equal parts truth and spite, claim that Valerian was used by Shapur as a human mounting block, as in, wherever Shapur wanted to get on his horse, Valerian had to crouch down so the king could step on him. This was less glory of Rome and more Ottoman of Persia. Some say he eventually died in captivity and was filleted, and his skin was stuffed and displayed as a trophy. But to be fair, that might be Roman propaganda. Still, not exactly the retirement Valerian probably envisioned. Well, it turns out that the faith of the soldiers was great until the emperor got captured, and then they immediately started shopping for a new emperor. So, what did we learn from this coin? First, never trust coins that brag about loyalty. Second, don't negotiate peace talks with a guy named Shapur unless you enjoy being a footrest. And third, if your portrait's on a denarius, try and make sure you don't end up in the cautionary tale section of Roman history. That's all I have for today's coin story. If you enjoyed learning about Valerian, the emperor who literally got stepped on by history, leave us a like and subscribe with your coin curious friends. Every coin has two sides, but the truth usually falls somewhere in between, or beneath a Persian king's boot. Until next time, coin connoisseurs, keep collecting history, and remember every coin has a life and story to tell if you're patient enough to listen. Welcome to Coin Story. I'm Pete. Coin Story focuses on the history of a single coin. Coins move through the ages from hand to hand and from decade to century. These coins represent the work and culture of the people that own them. Every coin has a story to tell if you're patient enough to listen. Take a little time out of your day and join me for a walk back in time. Every coin has a life, and each coin tells a story.